Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And today I wanted to do a video going over the two sets of anniversary figures that I have in my collection. Now, I know there was also the anniversary figures for the Star Wars theme. However, I never got those because I'm not a fan of Star Wars, and they're also not like the golden figures, so I'm not going to be discussing them here. Instead, we have in the back the anniversary figures from the Harry Potter line, and then in front, the anniversary figures for the Ninjago line. Both of these are two of my three favorite themes, the other one being Marvel, and my fingers are crossed that next year we get golden figures from Marvel, because it will be celebrating the 10th year anniversary of Lego Marvel. That would be so cool. Please, Lego, don't let me down. But this is interesting to me. So, Ninjago, I love, but I don't really like the golden figures, what they did with them. I do love the way they look. I think the fact that they're gold with their own colors on them makes them look spectacular, and they're just so cool. However, the inconsistencies with the line kind of bothers me. Specifically, the fact that these two don't have gold head wraps, and they just look out of place. Compared to the Harry Potter figures, which altogether have a fantastic stand, and these stands are really cool too. I love that print, don't get me wrong. But it would have been nice to have some kind of really cool giant display like we do for the Harry Potter ones. And all the Harry Potter guys, they have the exact same printing on the back that says the 20 years of Harry Potter. For instance, here's what that looks like. And they all have the exact same golden flesh tones. Their hair pieces are all golden, and they're all just designs of the minifigures. And they look really, really damn good on display. Whereas for Ninjago, I do love the colors. I love the fact that we have like the colors in the uniforms and on the headbands and everything, but they don't look as cool on display because there's such different varieties of characters. Their armors are different, their headgears are different, and there's no real way to kind of get them all looking uniform. And that's something I think is lacking. I just kind of wanted to go over how you could improve the Ninjago figures and how I just feel like LEGO really dropped the ball with this. Specifically for 10 years of LEGO Ninjago, every single figure they chose is from like season 10 and on. Like Cole is from the Master of the Mountain. Nia is from literally the most recent season that hadn't even come out yet when the other golden figures were released. Like Zane is from the Forbidden Spijitzu season. We got Jay there from the arcade season. It's like, why aren't you doing their characters from the original? Like, it would have been so nice to get like their ZX suits in golden form, or maybe the Serpentine suits, or even just whatever their most prominent season was from the first couple years of Ninjago, instead of it's an anniversary figure for a season that's currently on shelves. It's just really weird to me that that's what they chose to go with, and I wish they would have maybe gone with a different path. Now, some suggestions for how to improve characters, specifically these two. I think that Lloyd would look so much better if you give him this head wrap as opposed to the one he currently has. However, that also means that his current armor piece does not work. There are two alternatives for that. You could give him the double sword scabbard or the single sword scabbard. All right, I actually lied to you guys. I'm sorry. The double sword scabbard does not actually work with the headgear I provided for him, which is a bit embarrassing, but he looks great there with that head wrap. Looks very similar to the Kai minifigure, and it kind of gives you the idea, like, imagine if all of the minifigures had that uniform look. And I mean, I know you can get that with Zane because we got a golden Zane minifigure, so you can replace his head wrap and everything if you wanted to. But I kind of like the fire. But like, it would have been so nice if they all had the same headgear, and it would have just looked so cool to have them all on display together. Now, the other problem minifigure is going to be Nia. Now, Nia's difficult because the only other golden headpieces we've gotten have been for Lloyd, and they've been green, or they've been for Kai, or they've been for Zane, and none of those colors work for Nia. However, the original Golden Ninja came with an unprinted version of the helmet, so if we take Nia and we just have to replace her mask and hair with this piece, and voila, there we go. Now, I'm gonna be the first to say, she looks pretty bad. It's a different color gold, and I'm really just not a fan of how that looks. Also, the lack of color in the top is just not great, and in general, it's just not a good fit, and it looks really bad. But I don't know how else I could possibly improve it. Real quick, I just wanted to offer this alternate solution as well. I just thought of this while I was editing. If you take the fire piece, which could look a little bit like water from Zane, and give it to Nia, and then give Zane the white head wrap from the golden minifigure that came in the accessory set a couple years back, I think you get two very good looking figures. And while I don't necessarily love the look of Nia, I think this is much better than the not matching gold helmet I gave her. And I think this works reasonably well for Zane, although both of them do need to have their armor changed up because these helmets do have the dangly in the back, which impacts a lot of the older style weapons. So it is disappointing, but they do work, and I think they look reasonably well in this form. Now, something else that's really confusing to me is Sensei Wu. Sensei Wu has a gold face and a gold beard. But what? But all the other ninja have a yellow face and, like, their normal colored masks. So why doesn't he have his normal face and beard? Which would, like, it's really weird to me that they didn't simply do this for him. And, I mean, I get that looks really bad, and it's a really weird looking figure, but at least he's kind of in line with the other ninja now, because, like, it's just inconsistencies like that just boggle my mind, because I don't know why you would do that. And then, like, there's this, and that's what Ninjago could have been, but it's not. And I'm just kind of really disappointed by that, and I wish that LEGO would have maybe done better with the Ninjago figures. So I love that theme. I love Ninjago. I started watching it back in 2011 when I was 8, and I've watched it continuously, and I'm 18 now. And that's, like, it's been 10 years. And I really wish that we got a better treatment for the anniversary figures. And I mean, they all didn't even come out at the same time. Like, Zane and Nia were missing. I don't know why they didn't do Lloyd. Like they should have released those 5 when they did, and then released these 2 later because they were the later additions to the team. But instead, they didn't release Zane, but the rest of it. It's just like, they handled the golden figures for Ninjago super weird. And I guess what I'm saying is, the point of this video is that LEGO, please treat Marvel like Harry Potter and not like Ninjago. And also, guys, if you have any ideas for how I can improve that Nia figure, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll do an update video when it comes time for that. It's just kind of like, he looks so good. They all look so good. But Nia just doesn't, and I don't know how to fix her, and I really hope there is a way, because she deserves to have an excellent golden figure just like everyone else. Now, one other thing I wanted to point out is that if you look at Harry Potter, there are 2 more golden figures for Harry Potter than there are for Ninjago. Now, I would have loved to see a golden Garmadon figure. I don't know why we didn't get him. He is the main antagonist for the show and has been for 10 years. He's a reoccurring character and villain, just as much so as Sensei Wu or Kai or Lloyd or anyone else. And also, Dareth. We should have gotten a golden Dareth. You know how cool it would have been to have the brown ninja in gold with them? He has been in the show since season 1, I believe. Yeah. And he's a recurring, consistent character. And it would have been great to have him. And then both sets would have had an equal amount of golden figures. When I look at the golden figures for Harry Potter, I can't think of anyone I would have rather had. Maybe a Draco Malfoy. But he would have just looked exactly like Ron, Harry, and Hermione. Like, there would have been no point. The figures we got were perfect. And then for Ninjago, it's like, I can think of Garmadon. Like, why not? Like, Harry Potter got their main antagonist. Voldemort's here in gold. Why didn't Ninjago get that? And then, like, the joke character, Quirrell. Why couldn't we have the joke character in Dareth? Like, it would have been so nice to get him in gold. But nope, we got less figures. And that's just kind of disappointing to me. And I really wish that we could have gotten them. And I really hope that maybe LEGO revisits the golden figures for Ninjago 10 years from now, and we get better versions at some point, because I would love to be able to improve my collection to have an excellent display of golden figures. And I hope we get more for other themes, maybe Minecraft. Imagine a golden Steve, Alex, like a pig, a creeper. Like, it'd be so cool to get. And Marvel, I would love to have an entire minifigure display case full of anniversary golden figures. That would look so cool. And I really hope LEGO continues the treatment that Harry Potter got, and then improves upon the treatment that Ninjago gets for future themes. In the comment section down below, guys, please let me know what theme you would love to see golden anniversary figures for, or just an anniversary celebration for in general. I would love to hear what you think. My top 2 are definitely going to be Marvel and Minecraft. Also, I would love to get Mr. Gold to put on display here too. He would look great from the collectible minifigures series. And, like, it's just, you know, golden figures are so cool, and it's such a great thing that LEGO does. I want to see them do it better and more often. Again, guys, let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of my upgrades to the golden figures, and have a fantastic and safe rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the very next video.